Hi there. Hope your day is wonderful. And if it's not, don't worry. This quick zucchini recipe will put a smile on your face. We're cooking something quick, healthy, and absolutely delicious today. A great summer delight. To start, let's crack 3 eggs into a bowl. All done. 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, while cracking these eggs, I have a question for you. Are you subscribed to the channel yet? Because if you haven't, you might lose my next recipe, and trust me, you don't want that to happen. New tasty videos are constantly being loaded every week, and once they're gone from your feed, it's easy to forget them. So hit subscribe now and let's keep cooking. Now I'm adding 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, and a teaspoon turmeric to the eggs. It brings such a lovely color and a hint of kick of flavor. Then I whisk everything together until it's smooth and gorgeous. Finally, I add 150 milliliters of milk to the egg mixture. Now let's talk about what's being added to this bowl. Eggs give us protein and keep us going longer. They're energy stars. Salt and pepper kick the flavor, and turmeric? It's not just for color, it's full of antioxidants and helps with inflammation. And milk makes the mixture softer and richer. Perfect for a tender texture. Give it all a good whisk until smooth. Now I'm cutting 2 zucchinis into small cubes, just the right size so they cook evenly and are easy to eat. And while I'm slicing, let's take a moment to appreciate this amazing vegetable. Zucchini is low calorie, high water, and high fiber, all our bodies love. It's wonderful to use for staying hydrated, especially on hot days. It's gentle on the digestion and stops bloating. Who doesn't love that, yes? It's also very easy to digest, so it's a perfect choice for anyone who has a sensitive stomach. But wait, zucchini is also loaded with vitamin C, which avoids colds and keeps our skin in great condition. And it has vitamin B6 that does a great job supporting brain activity and keeping our mood steady. And let's not forget potassium, which keeps our heart healthy and our blood pressure stable. And some studies even suggest zucchini can reduce blood sugar levels. And it's so versatile. Bake it, fry it, grill it, or even just eat it raw in salads. So next time you see a zucchini at the market, grab one. Your body will thank you. By the way, I'm really curious, what do you typically cook at home? Do you have a favorite zucchini recipe? Or do you like other veggies like eggplant, peppers, or carrots? Let me know in the comments. I get so excited to hear from you, and maybe your suggestions will spark one of my future videos. And if you don't use zucchini frequently, I would really encourage you to give it a try. It's one of those veggies that complements just about anything. You can make pancakes, stews, casseroles, even sweet muffins. Zucchini has no strong flavor of its own, which makes it perfect for soaking up spices and sauces. And zucchini cooks fast, which reduces cooking time in the kitchen, especially on hot days when nobody wants to spend hours over the stove. And zucchini is downright cheap and available almost everywhere in summer. It's literally a value food that's full of health benefits and limitless uses. Now I sprinkle 2 teaspoons of salt over the sliced zucchini, stir them together well, and let them sit for 15 minutes. This drains excess moisture, so the finished product won't be soggy. It's a simple trick, but it makes a big difference. While the zucchini sits, I start to chop 1 onion. Onions are more than an aroma, they're packed with health benefits as well. They contain antioxidants, support heart health, and help lower blood sugar levels. Onions are also known for their anti-inflammatory properties and can even boost your immune system. Plus, they add a rich, deep taste to any dish, whether raw, sautéed, or baked. So, if you've got onions in the house, don't skip them, they're little health boosters in disguise. Quick reminder, if you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe. It's totally free, and it keeps you informed, so you never miss out on any of my future recipes. And it actually helps the channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you who subscribe. Now, back to the stove. I add a small amount of olive oil, 2 tablespoons, and let it heat. When the oil is hot, I add in the chopped onion and let it begin to sizzle. That aroma, already it seems something good is brewing. As the onion becomes tender, I take up 1 raw carrot, peel it and cut it into small cubes, attempt to make them all the same size so they cook properly. Now let's talk about carrots for a bit. Not only are they crunchy and sweet, they're very healthy too. Carrots are full of beta-carotene, which is transformed into vitamin A in the body that helps the eyes, especially night vision. They also feed our immune system and protect the skin from premature aging. In addition, they're great for digestion and anti-inflammatory. Carrots even have a touch of natural sweetness, which complements the onions wonderfully. So I now add in the chopped carrot into the pan and let it cook together with the onion. We need them both soft and lightly golden, not burnt, just lightly cooked to bring out all the flavors. Now I chop 1 bell pepper into little pieces. I'm using a red one here today, but yellow, orange, or even green will work just as well. Peppers add a beautiful splash of color and a subtle sweetness that balances out the other flavors in the pan. And let's not overlook how healthy they are. Bell peppers contain a lot of vitamin C, more than most other fruits, including citrus fruits. This is because they play a part in the immune system's building up and aid in healing and healthy skin. They also contain vitamin A and some of the B vitamins which help with energy and keep our nerves in good condition. Besides, they're packed with antioxidants like beta-carotene and lutein that maintain the health of our eyes and reduce inflammation in the body. They have fewer calories, but plenty of nutrients, a win-win in most recipes. So once the pepper is chopped, I add it to the pan along with the onion and carrot. Give it all a good stir and let it simmer together until the vegetables are softening and smelling heavenly. This mix is already filling with flavor, color, and nutrition, and we haven't even included the grains yet. I have to say, I just love cooking with vegetables. They're delicious, colorful, and when matched up right, they create meals that are not only delectable, but also satisfying and extremely healthy. Vegetables are my preference, especially in summer when they're lively and new. Now I chop 3 tiny tomatoes into cubes. I like to use ripe, juicy ones. They add natural sweetness and a pinch of acidity that keeps everything together in the pan. And tomatoes are nutritional powerhouses. They're full of lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that's good for your heart and provides protection against some forms of cancer. They're also high in vitamins A, C, and K that are vital to the immune system, skin, and bones. Tomatoes fight inflammation, aid digestion, and even eyesight. Once the tomatoes are chopped, you'll toss them into the pan too. They'll cook down slowly and give us a deep, full-bodied sauce for our meal. And speaking of which, do you like tomatoes? There are some people who can't even conceive of eating a meal without them, and others who avoid them. Which category do you fall into, I wonder? Let me know in the comments. And hey, race, a fun fact. Did you know tomatoes were once believed to be poisonous in Europe? Fact. People were afraid to eat them for many years since they belong to the nightshade family. Thank goodness that myth was dispelled, and we now know how incredibly healthy they are. Another fun fact, the redder the tomato, the more lycopene it contains. So when you're buying tomatoes, choose the reddest ones available. These are the healthiest. Now I add in the chopped tomatoes to the pan and stir everything well. Now I chop 2 cloves of garlic into tiny pieces, not too fine, just a little so that when it hits the hot pan, it will release that lovely aroma. Garlic is genuinely one of the foods I love. It adds so much flavor to anything with such little work. But it's not just about flavor. Garlic's been used for healing since ancient civilizations. I didn't know this until I read it in a history book once, but apparently, in ancient Egypt, the men who constructed the pyramids were each given garlic every day to maintain their stamina and combat sickness. And even now, science confirms what humans learned thousands of years ago. Garlic is heart-friendly, boosts the immune system, reduces blood pressure, and keeps evil bacteria at bay. It's as if Mother Nature's medicine packaged in a small clove, and it perfumes the entire kitchen. What about you? Do you add garlic to your dish, or do you use garlic occasionally? Let me know in the comments. And while you're at it, don't forget to give a like button. It supports the channel and tells me you're enjoying the recipe. Now, I put the minced garlic into the pan and stir it up. It warms up, and the aroma is simply irresistible. It's that moment when the kitchen fills with the scent that something wonderful is cooking. Garlic accompanies perfectly well with peppers and carrots' sweetness, and together, they provide a rich undertone to the flavor. In the meanwhile, return to the zucchini. It's been soaking in salt for perhaps 15 minutes. Now I gently squeeze out some of the excess water out of it. You would be surprised how much liquid there is. And this step is just so important. If we don't do it, the end dish can turn out soggy and too soft. By squeezing out the water, we keep the zucchini texture intact, and the taste of the pan will stick to each piece better. It also gets the food to be more intense in taste and better balanced. This tiny trick is good not only for zucchini, but also for eggplants, cabbage, and even cucumbers when you are making salad or fritters. Do you take care of this step when cooking with watery vegetables? Or would you like to leave all that natural and juicy? I'd be interested in hearing from you. Maybe you have a trick of your own. Now I add the squeezed zucchini into the pan and mix everything together. The colors look so nice together. Green, orange, red. It already feels like a warm summer's dish. The zucchini will soak up all the flavor from the onion, garlic, and peppers and be tender and juicy. Then I season everything with a small amount of salt and black pepper to taste. It is simple enough to add extra seasoning later on, so do not put too much at the start. Quick stir again to mix in all the spices and let it cook for a few minutes. The kitchen smells fantastic at the moment. This is the sort of moment when you know that dinner is going to be fantastic. Now I slice some green onions fresh. I won't add them yet because I will be adding them right at the end to sprinkle on top. They make a fantastic burst of color and freshness at the end. And green onions aren't there for aesthetics alone. They're actually fairly nutritious. They provide vitamin K, which helps with bone function and healing. They possess vitamin C and antioxidants that assist with immune function and serve as an anti-inflammatory. And since they have a milder flavor than onions, they are perfect even for those who don't like pungent flavors. I always have some in the fridge. They're wonderful with almost anything. Now that all the tenderizing has been done and the vegetables are soft, it is time to do the next step. I add the eggs we beat at the beginning slowly into the pan. The eggs will start to solidify at once and fill up all the gaps in between the vegetables. It's almost like making omelette or casserole, using vegetables directly in the pan. While the eggs cook, I take off about 100 grams of cheese and grate it directly on top. The cheese melts into eggs and vegetables and also creates a golden, drool-worthy crust. It already smells wonderful. Just a little reminder, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. And don't forget to hit a like on this video if you're enjoying it. It actually supports the channel and keeps the recipes flowing. Now for the final step, I take the whole pan and place it in the oven. We'll be baking it for approximately 20 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. That will let the eggs set completely and the cheese on top melt and get browned. Just have a little patience. The end result will be completely worth it. In the meantime, let's prepare a simple but great sauce to have with our meal. It's my favorite part of the meal. I start by grating about 100 grams of fresh cucumber. Squeeze out a little excess liquid so the sauce isn't too runny. Then I add a teaspoon of French mustard, 3 heaping tablespoons of plain yogurt, salt and black pepper to taste, and a tablespoon of dried parsley. Mix it all together really well until smooth, and you're done. There. A wonderful sauce in a minute or two. And not just tastes super, but is also full of goodness. The cucumber relaxes the body and waters us, ideal on a hot day. The yogurt gives protein, calcium, and those lovely probiotics that keep our gut running smoothly. French mustard gives a nice zing and wakes up the taste without overpowering. And parsley? It's packed with vitamin K and antioxidants that help the body fight off inflammation. The sauce is cold, light, and balances the warm richness of the oven-roasted vegetables. It's also handy. You can serve it as a dip or pour it over grilled foods, or even serve it as a spread on bread. I always say, if you've got simple ingredients and a few minutes, you've got something delicious. Do you cook sauces from scratch at home or buy them pre-made? Let me know and maybe share your favorite homemade combination in the comments. Now, let's talk about this meal for a minute. It's that kind of meal that is simple, comforting, and full of goodness. You get fresh vegetables, eggs, cheese, and a light creamy sauce served along with. It's satisfying, but not heavy. Ideal for dinner, lunch, or breakfast if you feel fancy. And the great thing is, you can simply change up the ingredients depending on what you have available or what's in season. Sometimes I'll throw in mushrooms or spinach or even cooked leftover rice. It's an easy way to get rid of veggies and have something healthy and tasty. Do you like recipes like this, quick and versatile? Or do you prefer classic, traditional dishes that always taste the same? I'd love to learn your cooking style. Tell me in the comments. Now the dish is cooked, and it smells absolutely heavenly. I slice it carefully into pieces. The top is golden and crispy. The inside is soft and multicolored. I sprinkle a little of that chopped fresh green onion on top. It adds a pop of color and a fresh taste to every bite. I then scoop some of that chilled yogurt sauce along the side. The complete plate is beautiful golden cheese, tender vegetables, fragile eggs, fresh herbs, and a cool creamy sauce to bind everything together. It is warm, comforting, and full of flavor. I honestly can't wait to dig in.